Bizarre Brain Comics. Haha! Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I am Gary, your host. Turn that down just a bit. This is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. This time, I want to take another look at a handful of books from my bathroom bookshelf. Yeah, most people have a little rack of magazines or something in the bathroom. I have bookshelves. But before we start on that, want to recommend at least one of these I've mentioned before, I think. A couple other YouTube channels. Rave Sensation. It's not exclusively comics, but it's comics related and art and stuff like that. That's Rave Sensation channel. And then comic artist Ken Landgraf has a YouTube channel. I've talked about him when I covered the New York City Outlaws. And he has a YouTube channel. It's mostly about regarding drawing instruction and the like. So check those out. Ken Landgraf, ending with an F. Okay, first off, we're going to take a brief glance at this one right here. This is Claw. Claw, number 5 from 1976 from DC Comics. What's his name? Dave Michelini? Is that his name? Yeah, David Michelini, writer, and Ernie Chan. Well, he was still using the name Chua before he got his name changed. Did the artwork, and actually, they're the co-creators, and I actually like his artwork better on Claw than I do on Conan the Barbarian. And Claw was, of course, sword and sorcery, short-lived in the period in the 70s. Had a dozen or so issues, if even that. And then they had a reboot in 06, I think it was. And they even did a crossover miniseries with Red Sonja. And that was interesting, yeah. Mm-hmm. Then, on the lighter side, Cracked magazine. Yeah, you say, that looks like Mad. Yeah, it does kind of look like Mad. It's kind of a Mad ripoff, and in fact, at various times, it was better than Mad. But then, of course, a lot of the creators from Mad in the earlier years had moved over to Cracked, including John Severin. As you can see here, not Mort Drucker, Don Martin, and some others. It's even got a little Star Trek parody in here, and it's even got a story written by Peter Bagg, the alternative / underground writer, comics writer, and cartoonist. But he didn't do the artwork; he just wrote the story. Oh, and look at the backside. And then we go to King Conan number 13. Marvel Comics. This is from, 1982. No John Buscema in this one, though. But it's well written, well drawn. Then we go to Afterlife with Archie, number 1. So this is the first issue. It's not the first printing, though, but this is the first issue of the that zombie storyline, Afterlife with Archie, that really sparked the Archie horror series. And get a load of this. For the first splash page says, "This is how the end of the world begins." Oh, that's a great first line. Yes, yes, and some great artwork. If you've never seen them, some great artwork there. This is not your daddy's Archie, and it's some nice work, nice stuff, and. Actually, I've never read the entire storyline. I've only got a few of the original issues. I read the first volume of the trade paperback from the library. I don't think I've ever seen it after that. And well, it's just some good clean fun. Then we go to Battlestar Galactica, Starbuck. What? Yeah, this is from 90, what was it, 96, 97? I've forgotten here. Rob Liefeld, he was into Battlestar Galactica. And so he's not doing the interior art, but he is one of the writers. Robert Napton is doing the interior art, and it looks a lot like Rob Liefeld. And so this is with Maximum Press. And I saw a few of these. I never got into them. I love Battlestar Galactica. I just didn't like their take on Battlestar Galactica. Of course, this is still years before the big reboot series. Then we go to... I can't see a number on there. Doesn't matter. Drunken Fist. This is from Jademan Comics. All the Kung number 11. I have several of these. I haven't done an episode on them, but I plan on it. And of some of their various titles, I really got a kick out of these, but I couldn't follow them all. And some great artwork, and it's almost like, I mean, of course, all kung fu, fantasy kung fu. And it's almost like superhero stuff. A friend of mine was when I was getting these, he went to read one, and he go, "It's just like the superheroes." But you get a good example of a beautiful, some beautiful artwork and coloring. The coloring is just fantastic, and you get a good idea of that. Some nice stuff. And one of these days, I'll do something more in depth on Jademan Comics. Then here we go from 1977. DC Special number 27. Dinosaur Danger, Dinosaurs at Large. Oh yeah, this is a lot of fun, and it features Captain Comet, and all these dinosaurs funneled through some kind of time warp and attacking the modern world. Must be counted by Captain Comet. Yes. What could be better than superheroes and dinosaurs? Oh, it's a lot of fun. Then we go to this. This is an AC comic reprint. This is Barbarians and Beauties. It's a reprint anthology. All the stories are reprinted from early days. And it does list Wally Wood prominently on here. And he is involved. I think he inks one story. And this is from earlier in his career. There's some nice golden age fantasy stuff. And this is a Crom the Barbarian, which is obviously a swipe of Conan the Barbarian, with a name like that. And they have some science fiction fantasy stuff. And here's the one that has the Wally Wood inks on Joe Orlando pencils. And it's a lot of fun. Then we have this trade paperback, Ultram Man Tiga. Of course, Ultram Man is a Japanese superhero character who fights giant kaiju. He grows big and fights kaiju, and the character goes back to the 60s. I've got a DVD set of the first season of the 1960s Ultraman. And then they had several series and movies since then. They had a whole Ultraman family, and from what I understand, they got pretty silly. Of course they did. But then they had another series 20 some years or so ago, featuring live action, of course, that had it was a Japanese Australian co-production. So the main character was Japanese, but it took place in Australia, and it was fighting giant monsters. And they've had other movies, and then had another one, all Japanese, Ultram Man Tiga. I've got a DVD set of the first season of that. Unfortunately, it's all subtitled, and I hate the subtitles because they're usually on there too fast, and half the time you can't read them because they're too light and stuff. But this is a great book from that series. I've done an episode on different Ultraman series before, so this is a lot of fun because especially if you like kaiju. Let's see, here he is fighting some kaiju, and then we're going to wrap it all up here with Tunes for Our Times, Bloom County, trade paperback, 1989, I think this was. Reprinting part of. I've got some other Bloom County stuff, and you've seen me if you've watched my channel for any length of time. You've seen me do other comic strips, and I plan on doing a Bloom County comic breakdown. And of course, and if you've never read Bloom County, it's quirky, both the art and the humor is quirky, and gets into political commentary. So then that is what I've got for you this time here at Bizarre Brain Comics. Some kaiju, some sword and sorcery, some humor, all from my bathroom bookshelf. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, share, subscribe. Anything in here that you would like to see a deeper dive into? Because I'm planning on... There's so many things I intend to look into. And let me know in the comments below. And remember, comics are art.